Forgive me. I don't want to show you being seen the camera like I'm trying to control everyone. I'm saying what we do when we speak to these guys, just catch them. Don't let them run away because they want anyone to speak. You understand? That these guys try to mock us. We believe in a flying carpet, like we believe carpet fly by itself. We believe that it was a miracle was given to Solomon, like they believe in the miracles. They believe that God created Jesus out of Father. If you ask any human being, they reject it. But those who believe in it because they believe God's able to do everything that befits His Majesty. Okay? But again, the Christians and the Jews, those who are stubborn, they look for any excuse to reject Islam. Even if that excuse goes against their own belief, they will not mind to use it against us. Anyway, backbiting Islam. Anyway, I'm talking about backbiting Islam. There is that issue that we can speak about. Of course, Islam is haram. It's forbidden to backbite your brother. To speak. What is there's backbiting and there's slandering. Backbiting, backbiting when you speak about your brother, even if what you're saying is true. However, your brother doesn't like it. For example, imagine someone, we have a brother who is very tall, and you say, this brother is very tall, and he doesn't like it. That is backbiting, okay? Now, imagine you accuse him to be a murderer, or a robber, or a fornicator, or a thief, and that is slandering, and that is haram in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave an example of backbiting. It's like you eating the flesh of your brother when he's dead, and it's very dangerous. However, let's understand it's very clear. However, there is exception to it, meaning that if someone's spreading misguidance and lying against Islam and so on, you go expose him. Likewise, if you have to go to court, someone took your wealth and everything, you have to expose him by name to the judge. That is permissible. Why? Because it is needed and is necessary. Okay? That's why in Islam we have something called praise and criticize. That's why before we take any narration from any Muslim, we have to know this Muslim is trustworthy, truthful, and honest, and he's known for knowledge. So backbiting, including myself, sometimes we fall into is very dangerous. Likewise, slandering your brother. And even our time, we see some issues people are speaking about in YouTube, online.
On the live chats, the comments,
general, online, those issues. No one, like for example, about marriage, divorce. These issues, my brothers and my sisters, may Allah bless you all. This is not the issue that you speak about online. Mufti, Sheikh al-Sheikh, may Allah preserve him. Sheikh Fawzan, me myself, I called him. And I said, yeah, Sheikh, there is a sister, she wants to get divorced, her husband doing this and that. He said, no, go to the people, go to Imam or go to the judge, speak to him, bring the sister and bring the husband. Why? Because sometimes the husband lies against his wife. And he said, my wife, she never listened to me. My wife, she mistreats me. My wife this, but we don't know that. The wife's not there. So, vice versa, the wife, she will say, my husband's doing this and that. In Islam, no. Both of you come, and not up front of everyone, you go to the judge. Why? A judge is someone expert in this field. You don't go to someone who has no clue about Islam. He has no clue about Islam, and maybe he's a Muslim, but doesn't have even enough knowledge how to perform a prayer or wudu, and you see him as a qadi. What is a qadi for the non-Muslims or the non-Arabic speakers? A judge. As mashallah, her channel or his channel is like a court. If you have any issues with your husband, come forward. If you have any issues with your wife, come forward. Big scholars in Islam fear this. Mufti al-Sheikh, they called him in a program. A brother, he said, my wife, I'm having a problem with my wife. Sheikh said, I don't answer these questions. Go to the court. But we have young brothers, young sisters speaking about these issues as mashallah, tabarakallah, Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. Or what's his name? Ibn Hazm al-Zahiri. No, brothers, including myself, advise these issues, we should not be speaking about them openly. If a brother has a problem, okay, brother, go to the Imam, or sister, both of you go to Imam, sit together, try to resolve the problem. Both of you, you have to overlook the mistakes of each other. We're not perfect. You know, we're always asking our wife to do things for us, but do we fulfill their rights? So that's my advice. And backbiting, as I've mentioned, is very dangerous.
Can you do it in the comment? Hold on. Can you do it in the comment section, Akhi? Like like in the live chats.
I don't do this, Akhi. You know me, I don't deal with this live.
No. Can you backbite as well? And what's the conditions of
backbite? Is haram, Akhi.
Yeah.
Exception, which is that if you go into the court, okay, or someone wants to marry your sister, and you want to find out about him if he's a good person or not, you are allowed to ask people, and the people are allowed to mention his mistakes. Also, sometimes it's permissible to say a brother is tall if the only way to know him by describing him, then it's permissible. So don't mix between the two.
Is that the online one?
No, brother, I'm
Don't
not talking
worry,
online,
same thing,
brother.
same thing,
I'm talking
same
about
thing.
everything, online and offline. Brother,
offline.
online and
In
offline.
general,
Man, online, offline, between the lines is forbidden.
That's what I'm saying.
Backbiting,
People chat a lot.
brother, please. Brother, please. My point here is offline. Online, between the line is haram. Backbiting your brother or your sister is haram. As well, I've mentioned, there is exception. That's why some people will say, why Shamsi won't and get so and so? Why you backbiting your brother? No, it's needed. Those guys are Khawarij, misguided people. And not every person are called Khawarij. Exception to expose the Rafida, Khawarij and Al-Bidah. Naam, you mentioned by names.
That's the only exception.
No,
yeah?
likewise.
Any other exceptions?
I'm coming to you. If you have some.
I want to know.
Yes.
I'm quite curious.
Likewise, if someone wants to do business with you,
Like,
if you don't
it's
know
still
one
legit, that's why.
if you don't know one person, if you don't know a person and he wants to do a business with you, you have to investigate about the person. So it is okay for the people to mention his mistakes and say, no, don't do business with him. He's not trustworthy. That's not backbiting. That is halal. Why? Because to defend you from him, from his evil. Likewise, if someone wants to marry your sister or your daughter, you're allowed to do investigation about him.
But you have to
and
talk. Sorry.
the people are allowed to speak about him. What do you want to say?
I want to say, you know, before you go online exposing people, you have to give them advice like one-to-one personal.
Yeah, that's true. Your Muslim brothers,
Private,
you have
yeah.
to do it. And
Try to
akhi,
correct them. or
correct
something.
them,
Yeah.
correct them, and so on. And
Online, it's hitting it for no reason. That's what I'm saying.
brother, online, offline.
They're just gonna go mad.
But online is worse. I agree with you. Online is worse. You know why?
Worse.
Brother, you can speak akhi, wallahi.
Sorry.
Wallahi. Online, because I already covered that. You're just repeating yourself. Now, online is
Chill, man.
online is worse. Why online is worse? Because especially in Speaker's Corner, brothers, we have to understand that Speaker's Corner became worldwide. I was speaking to Leon about this issue. That you have to know how to portray Speaker's Corner. Like if you always record people fighting, people accusing one another to be this and that, people they think Speaker's Corner is some wild animal's place. Everyone's going crazy. There is Hyde in Speaker's Corner. That's why I keep coming. Sometimes, yes, as we have mentioned, in the nature of Speaker's Corner, you do fall into some argument which is not praiseworthy, okay? But accusing people, it's online. People, they don't even understand the issue behind it. And accusing this brother is a lie. No, it's not Islamic. It's not to go online, except if someone is mubtadi', misguided, calling people to misguidance. But personal issues, no. It's not be spread out because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, woe to those who spread the fahish amongst the Muslims. Now, why? Because why? That weaken the Muslims. We can look, Muslims are smoking drugs. The Muslims are doing this. We are in a bad situation. You start thinking the Muslim Ummah became corrupted. No, and what, subhanallah, human nature, Muslim or non-Muslims, if we see someone doing good, we never spread it out. But if you see someone doing evil, everyone will spread it out. Why? You should spread something good about your brother.
Okay,
and I'm not perfect as a human being. I make mistakes out in that. This advice I always mention to me first. You know, I'm not perfect. We are human beings. That's what Imam Malik said. If the only person that should give advice, the one does not fall into sin, therefore no one should give advice. Because from human nature we fall into sin. Doesn't mean because I'm doing something incorrect, I should not advise my brother. Likewise, you should advise me. No, we advise one another. Advice is above everything. You know?
Do you have another thing is if you're in a halakha and
circle,
in a circle, and if someone's doing ghiba, what do you do? Do you leave or do you advise them or what do you do?
If someone do ghiba, basically for the non-Muslims, or for the Muslims, it's backbiting. As we have defined what is backbiting, to speak about your brother behind his back, even about something which he has, which is true, but he doesn't like it. That's backbiting. Namima.
What about correcting someone? Something like what he said.
I spoke about this. Yeah. So if you're in a gathering, one brother's backbiting, you advise him to akhi fir Allah. That's haram backbiting. If you carry on, you leave.
And then you join. Sometimes it's so bad, people join in.
No, you leave, akhi. You leave, akhi.
Yeah, you leave.
If you join in without you remembering make tawbah to Allah, all of us we fall into some type of shortcomings. We're not perfect. We advise one another. Now we know the Muslim Ummah become like everyone's enemy one another. Let's expose so and so. Let's expose. There's exception if someone's sahibu bid'ah, but some personal issues that is needed to be verified very, very well. Issues has to go back to the courts, to the judges, to look into it. Bear in mind, judges will take them months or a year to look into the case. You have, mashallah, brothers and sisters, take them one day and they come with decision. Yeah, this brother is wrong. This sister is wrong.
And what do you do?
I'm talking about personal issues.
Yeah, what do you do? You know, when someone reminds somebody, don't backbite, and then that person goes and tells everyone, you know what, this person is not perfect, or you know, like not happy.
No, there's no justification.
Just because you're advising them, oh, they're advising you. Why are they advising you? Do you understand? They're not happy because you're advising them not to backbite.
Brother,
you're telling everyone, oh, look at this guy advising everyone.
You think he's better than everyone?
Yeah, and all this.
Brother, أخي, look, أخي, Imam al-Shafi'i said, رضا الناس غاية لا تدرك. I will tell you this funny story, and there is a moral thing behind it. In Arabic language, I translate it. Pleasing people, something you will never be able to achieve. They said there's a person called Juha. Or we say another person, because Juha was one of the muhaddithin. They said another person with his son. They said this person, he said to his son, the father said to his son, my son, I'm going to show you that you'll never please people. You'll never be able to please people. So he said, let us go, you and I, with our donkey, pass by a group of people. So they went past by a group of people. Said, look to these people. They are foolish one. They have a donkey and they don't use it. He said, oh my son, let us, me and you, ride upon a donkey. They went past by another group of people. Said, look, these evil people. Donkey, look, it's poor donkey. It's very weak. And above them on a donkey, he said, oh my father, let me get off donkey and you stay on a donkey. So they carried donkey. They went past by another group of people. Said, look, this old man doesn't respect his young son. His son is very weak. He said, oh my son, let me get off and you get on a donkey. They walked past another group of people. Said, look, this young man doesn't respect his father. His father is walking as on a donkey. He said, oh my son, me and you, let us carry the donkey. Then they went past a group of people. Said, look, this is a foolish one. They carry the donkey. Then he said, oh my son, you know what I'm showing you? Whatever you do, no one can please, you cannot please everyone. So we're not here to please people. People can slander you, lie against you, accuse you, many things. My brothers and my sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they accuse him to have a son. They accuse Allah to get tired. They accuse Allah to be stingy. They accuse Prophet Muhammad to be a liar. What about us? They accuse Jesus to be racist to the Canaanite woman. They accuse Moses to kill innocent people. They accuse Solomon for into idol worshipping. So what about us? They accuse Ishmael. They accuse many people. My point here is that do your job, do your duty, akhi. Advise the people. If you have a knowledge, of course, advise. As for people accepting or not, is not your duty. You do what is upon you. Allah said, وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. What is upon the messenger to convey the message. That's what is upon us, to convey the message. Brother, one brother sent me a comment section. One guy said about me, he's gonna, I don't mention, he's gonna do this to me. Brother, I'm not, if you read comment section, you go Majnoon.
Yes, that's true.
But remember those, they're right in the comment section.
Majnoon is crazy.
They're crazy.
You can tell him it's me.
No. The point is,
the point,
the point here is, those people we don't even know if they are human being or not.
That's true.
If they are sane or insane, you have problem with us. Come speak at school, not have dialogue with us. We, alhamdulillah, we show our faces. We don't fear no one except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you are called in Arabic, in our terms, we call you jihadist keyboard. You do jihad in keyboard. That's what you do.
Keyboard jihadi.
Keyboard jihadi, yeah. Which is English jihadist. You're very mujahid in keyboard. Yeah, that's what you do. Behind keyboard doing jihad. But I come to real life, we're here. But my point I mentioned that many times, backbiting, slandering is a big sin, brother. I don't know how can I say it. But anyway, that's a shade. Is that clear? What you want to say? Yeah, but even one thing I have to advise brothers with. Wallahi, even these live shows and everything, let us bring sort of knowledge, bring scholars, other things. Don't do your own show and this and that.
That's definitely right, definitely right.
Why? Because doing your own show, people are going to start talking about you. And it's true, sometimes you're not even...
it's a bit confusing for normal people.
You're not a person of someone who should be put yourself forward to teach people and that. So make your channel, is Dawah channel. But don't make your channel as Hyde channel. You are one day is Dawah, one day someone fighting someone, one day someone chasing someone, one day someone do. It's not this.
That's why I have two channels. One's
please,
ikhwani. You know the normal channels what I got here? Like there's no scholars and everyone's talking about the religion as well, yeah? And they get bare things wrong. And then you see like a lot of things, people like copy and pasting other hadiths and all that, and then there's so much clashes with different sects. It becomes confusing.
But sometimes, to be honest, the people
so
come and say,
scholars are good to come.
Of course, the scholars is a ni'mah. And let me clarify something, because he's recording, and most of the viewers is COE. Yes.
It's a lesson.
Is it live?
Listen
Okay.
to scholars.
My point is that people say scholars in Islam. Our scholars in Islam is not like a Freemason thing, yeah? Because I remember one of the guys, I don't mention them, I believe they were sincere, they were speaking, just asking questions. Our scholars, not, you don't have to go through a secret agent to become scholar. No. Anyone can become scholar. And we don't accept scholar statements if there is no proof in the Quran and the Sunnah. Imagine scholar said, now it's okay for you to drink khamr, alcohol. Yeah? So Allah clearly said, I said, you are a misguided scholar. Or a scholar says, now it's okay to fornicate. We said, you know, scholar, you are dajjal, a liar. You know, evil man. We say it's okay to have a girlfriend. So, you know, scholar, you're kadab. Because why? There's no proof, rather the proofs in the Quran go against it. So in Islam, the foundation is clear. But some issues aren't clear. You go back to scholars, meaning those who study this issue from the ahadith, various ahadith, and bringing the Quran together, and the aqwal of the companions, and understand them very well, and they come to conclusion. For example, you can know certain things about medicine, but when you go in, you don't know in depth. If you want to learn about medicine in depth, you go to the experts. No one said don't go to experts. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should trust them, but I'm saying, like in Islam, we don't trust every scholar. If a scholar comes with misguidance, we reject him. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned us against evil scholars. There will be evil scholars. Okay? I can become a scholar if I'm sincere. Abu Layth is an evil scholar without any doubt. Okay? 100%. That is not Abu Layth, it's Abu what do you call it? No. It's Abu Mouse. Abu Far, the father of a mouse. Wait, brother. Because I will tell you, Allah bless you. Maybe you will say, Shamsi, when you try to control the people. If you keep cutting me, I cannot finish my point, I forget it. Now let me finish my point. And then I know sounds maybe I did too long. Okay. My point here is, now look, I forgot. Anyway, the shade is evil scholars. We won't against them and we stay away from them. Okay. That's the other thing. Look after yourself.
May Allah guide you to the truth.
Likewise,
okay, man.
Next week, thank you so
There's two deeds. When a scholar tells you something right and then there's something wrong.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But anyway, what I will finish with.
Talk about that one.
Yeah, of course, scholar, there's a hadith, but this is a different thing. That if a scholar make ijtihad, meaning that if he tried to derive a ruling from the Quran and the Sunnah, and he was unable to reach the conclusion where he got it wrong, you have his reward for striving harder to look in the Quran and the prophetic tradition to find the conclusion. However, if he gets it right, you get double reward. But my point here is that in Islam we have evil scholars and reward against them. As the brother mentioned, Abu Layth, to be honest, he's not even scholar to begin with. Okay. Anyways, my point is everything is halal for him. The other thing I want to mention that I conclude with, if you don't know him, you're good. Alhamdulillah, you're blessed. If you don't know him, very good. Trust me, you're very good. My point is that some issues are not in speaker's corner. People debate about, which is deep in the heart. You know, be honest with yourself. Like we know in every field there's an expert. I'm not going to read a book of medicine and start doing operation every person's heart as a band expert. I'm not going to do that. Let's be realistic. Now, by Islam, you don't have to go through secret agent to become a scholar as people try. You know, you can become a scholar by study, learning, and the Quran is not in a hidden cave that only certain people go inside the cave. No, it's open for everyone to read the Quran, study, and learn.
Battery is extremely low.
Yeah, prophetic tradition. So the last thing I will leave you with, all people, every part in our body has a purpose. Let alone ourselves, we have a purpose. A wise man, if I'm traveling to a country, please let me finish. You can tell me what to say, barakallahu fikum. I believe people are the viewers are wise people. If you're traveling to a country you've never been there before, what would you do first? You study beforehand. Is it safe country? Is it cold country? Which currency they use? The foolish man, the one who says, you know what, when I get there, I will come to know. But guess what? When he gets there, it's a dangerous country. Likewise, one day we have to live this life. That's what Allah charged people with death. Anyone reject Allah and His messengers, Allah charged you with death, and you will never run away from it. Allah said, say to them, Muhammad, the death that you try to run away from, verily will meet you, and you will return to Allah. So let us study why we have to die, what is the truth, why we have to worship the Creator. Every person know, if someone does a favor to you, you should appreciate him for his favor. What about the Creator's favors? The water, the air that we breathe, our ability that we can walk and talk and everything. There's many blessings of the Creator. So let us study and analyze and be honest, because maybe you are hyping the speaker's corner, rejecting what is clear cut, makes sense. What about us when we die and meet our Creator? Some people say there's nothing. That's what you are hoping. But Allah said you will return to your Lord. So I will leave you with this. Study about Islam and study about Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and there's many lie against him. And guess what? Even people lie against our prophets. The fastest growing religion on the face of earth is Islam. Go to the mosque in Islam. Go to the mosque on Friday. Just more people coming. Go to church on Sunday. Empty. No one is there. Everyone drunk on Saturday night. No one's going. Everyone's hangover on Sunday. Cannot be bothered to go to church. It's empty, literally. You see, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us in the Quran, and that is a prophecy, that Islam will spread. We're not forcing no one with a sword or a spoon or a fork. We're not forcing no one. But Allah promised us that He will spread His religion. Those who hate Islam, you are waging a war against the Creator. I will tell you something, a glad tidings for you, you're going to lose. Anyway, we'll finish with this. سبحانك الله بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا.